Greetings, my dear Fantasistas, once again. And surprise, surprise, we got a new Fantasy Live. This one is for the Challengers League, season 44, which is very interesting. We have a lot of potential breakthrough teams here. Teams that have to prove themselves, also teams that almost did. And in general, the double elimination bracket looks really interesting. And we have teams like Apex already at the lower bracket, movie stars. It's like a lot of really, really good teams. However, what I think is that over here we'll have to see some, I would say, really big upsets. Um, let's say, like on this side, we have Monte that recently beat Apex, and also SDY was actually playing really well. And I haven't really seen the game, but I think we'll have to pay attention to how Monte is doing. I think that this is probably the lineup they're gonna stick till major 100%, and after that, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna stick with it. Maybe someone's gonna get better offer, especially a player like Boris. He's been on the radar for some long time, but still, like no major breakthrough, and we'll see how it goes. Uh, 9 also with the K being really, really strong right now in best shape of his career, I think. Like playing multiple tournaments at really, really good level. Hates finding his shoes, after the removal. K23 for me is I wouldn't call it surprise, but it's one of those teams that I believe can surprise many, many people, especially with the team that they have to face, FTV, and then we have like a Blue Jays and Into the Bin. And if I remember right, Blue Jays just replaced the player. Yes, here we go. Blue Jays just replaced the player. So K23 been practicing for a while, and this is potentially a chance for them to probably go to upper semis. Maybe yes, maybe no. It looks like they have a decent chance. Then fours against a static. Fours don't really have a permanent fifth player yet. A static kind of dropping off from what we were expecting from them. So it's a weird one. X Finest that recently beat Eyeballers, which is not a surprise because let's be honest, Eyeballers is more like a media project right now than the actual team. And X Finest, they got to play Inferno, which is a suicide when you play against like experienced players. And actually played Vertigo, which is a surprise for me that they kind of destroyed the Eyeballers that easily. But I guess Eyeballers don't really play Vertigo. And yeah, Shocks has a good rating. Snacks forming well. Eh, some interesting results. Endpoint, which is a huge disappointment because last night they lost to Spirit Academy, which was on Anubis, and Endpoint. I don't know what's happening over there. Is it Endpoint for the Endpoint or what? So LDLC actually have a decent chance to beat Endpoint in this game, and I'll be really happy for IGL Almanac or the Captain Almanac or whatever like his title is right now. But LDLC has a good chance to actually beat Endpoint, and then one win versus Sprout. Uh, I don't know. Xelo Edition on the paper looks really well, but for some reason, maybe we need some time. And again, for Sprout, uh, Kato playing is more important. And if I remember right, then these matches are kind of clashed. So this starts in 3 days and 3 hours. And let me see the events. Cut playing is on the first, and then the fourth. The Kato is right there. So I don't think they'll have the actual chance to play it unless they kind of give up and like whatever. So Sprout is not really the best option to pick here. So probably one win is gonna take it no matter what. But this is on February 14th anyway, so it's gonna be like a long event. So it's gonna go for a long, long time. And yeah, by that time, kind of cutoff should be over. Actually, no, it's gonna be midway, or there'll be like a couple of days off. But still, like I'm not gonna pick any Sprout players over here. If I'll have to pick anyone from this side, then probably the gamble is on LDLC, but one win is probably the one that you have to pick for. But in general, on the top side, because this is a partner league, right? This does not count in a season. Um, we can actually go for gamble. And my gamble right now is probably just looking at the schedule is either K23, which has a really decent chance to kind of end up playing against Monte or Bad News Eagles. And, you know, Bad News Eagles, they have this type of, how would I put it correctly? Ability that they can lose to teams like K23. And even though like K23 are kind of young lineup, but we have Idis Balance, Geo, Rage, and Five. Like every player kind of has the experience that needed, but they still waiting for like a breakthrough. So like to go for double K23 is a weird one, right? But like to take one player from K23 is a reasonable, is reasonable. And let's say where's K23? Here we go, K23. So X5 probably 190 is a really good price for him. Then now I have to kind of pick my main team, which I believe is gonna go very deep. And for me, it's either Bad News Eagles, one win, or the dark horse Sangal. Sangal with a new lineup with Fuzi, with QB. Mm, they are very interesting, and they've been together for some time now, so they know what they're doing. Skrunk, not the best IGL, but he does his job. He's very experienced, and this is the time where they probably can shine. And like going for two out of these youngsters is not the worst idea. Um, Now on the side of uh, Bad News Eagles, Scenery, Rigon, they will be playing against Nine, which is gonna be a tough game. So I don't expect like farming points by any one of them. So is it really worth like going for these plays? Because like the first leg is Nine, then it's Sol or Monte, like two really really tough games against each other. One on the other side, we have one win versus Sprout, which technically can be easy for one win. Mm, and we recently had the Lamy doing not that bad. And also technically going for, let's say, upper final from the lower side of the winners bracket. Let's say one win plays against Sangal. We have like two players in the grand final at the end of the day, and this looks like Sangal against X finest. might have a tough game, but they can surprise. And X Finest, especially because they have the Sangal, they might even like also kind of take a bigger risk and maybe get a W. And if you really want to kind of go for a risky pick, then probably X Finest is the one for you. If you wanna go like complete, I don't know, complete gamble mode. So after adding flaming, we have 218k left, which technically gives us a chance to pick some of a star player. Mm, but Deco is 229, which means that I'd have to get rid of one of them. Maybe, I don't know. This is online event, so like players like Deco can always kind of shine. But on the other side, if we look at the one win, we have glowing and nickel that can technically like single-handedly win like almost every single game. And again, 200k left if I just pick glowing, which if we look at the stats has some really good games like once in a while with really great ratings like 151 against Astralis 115 150. It's like he's a very well rounded player that can have good ratings, and rarely he goes for like 818, but that's when like him kind of loses like really hard. So in general, going for glowing is a good bet as a filler, and just picking the last player, it might be a good idea to try and fit Synopsy in and just because like he does kind of similar thing that glowing does, but slightly better. And for me, it sounds like Bad News Eagles might be the team that has kind of the highest ceiling, or at least like the bigger name. On the other side, there's nine, which can surprise everyone, and especially with our friend in there. So this is a tough choice, and like I'm not really looking at any lower bracket teams because it's gonna be really weird anyway on that side. Mm, do I believe in Saw? I don't know, but we can try to fit SDY, and we have 196 left, which is just enough for glowing, I think. Any other interesting players? I So yeah, glowing, Travis, like those players are quite decent to try and pick them here. Um, so yeah, this looks like a really big gamble on Sangal, but this is a challenges league, and teams like Monte, Sangal, um, even one win. This is the place where they have to shine, right? And yeah, with that said, mm, that's my lineup. Let's try and get it. And Fuzi is obviously sniper. He was being really good. Multi-fragging or defender, probably multi-frag. SDY on a support, no matter what. Glowing defender, probably, and X5. Mm, entry, I don't know. Like IGL is not really the best option on it. Maybe we can try and change SDY role. Not really. It's too good at the moment. Actually, I can try and do it this way. And then x5. Is he actually that good on entries? Hmm, I don't know. So multi-frag is probably a better option for him. Unless I want to get glowing as a multi-frag. Overall, roll. Yeah, here we go. Defender and multi-frag, headshot, entry. Yeah, glowing really isn't the worst player for the entries. And yeah, let's go for multi-frag. So against Sprout, um, probably gonna get traded a lot. X5 assists, probably the best option. Fuzi, probably he's gonna be top of the scoreboard. Gonna be most likely gonna win a clutch and SDY. Bottom of the table, I don't think so. Flashbangs, HEs. Uh, I know. Let's go for 5 points at least. So yeah, that's what I think. This is the bracket, and yeah, good luck and have fun. See you next time.